Hello, welcome to the Graduated Voice Updates. Be ready for the real tea, details to tell. Well, it's all about fuel prices in Kenya today, new subsidies, how they're going to affect the prices, and why the government has decided to take on this major decision. And also the steps that President Ruto, who has been barely an year in office, is taking so as to ensure that Kenyans' livelihood are ensured, are improved. And as we get into that, make sure that you like this video, talk to us in the comment section. Tell me, do you think that President Ruto is doing all that takes so as to improve the living standards of people, or what step do you think he should take? The taxation, the subsidies, and all. Do you feel that that is the right decision for the Kenyan people at these times? Also, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that you do not miss out on the real tea, the news as it happens. So subscribe for more. Now, the government has taken a U-turn in regard to what they had decided earlier on. They've made a different decision, and now the fuel subsidies have been reinstated. This happened yesterday on Monday. According to the government, this decision has been made so as to caution consumers from the skyrocketing pump prices. But despite that, the prices have not spiked. With the fuel subsidies, what is expected is the pump prices would increase beyond the 200 Kenya shillings mark. But the energy regulators have kept the prices of fuel unchanged in the latest review cycle, even after the reintroduction of the subsidies. So we can say that is a good thing in a way, or yeah, it's still regulating the prices because they have not yet increased despite the reintroduction of the subsidies. Let me just quote what they stated. That is the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority quotations, in order to caution consumers from the spike in pump prices as a consequence of the increased landed cost. That is one of the reasons that they gave concerning why the subsidies have been reintroduced. Continuation, the government has opted to stabilize pump prices for the August-September pricing cycle. End of quotations. One may wonder, now that the prices will not increase, how will the government be able to maintain everything as it is right now? And according to the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, they have stated that the oil marketing companies will be compensated from the Petroleum Development Fund. They have also taken credit for the fact that the prices will not increase, they will remain the same. But what if these prices had increased? What would we be talking about right now? The petrol prices would have risen to 202 and some cents Kenya shillings a litre, while diesel would have risen to 183 shillings some cents a litre, while kerosene would have increased to 175 Kenya shillings some cents a litre in Nairobi. Well, what are the prices right now? The prices have remained unchanged, whereby for petroleum it's going for 194 and some cents Kenya shillings, diesel 179 Kenya shillings and some cents, and kerosene remains at 169 Kenya shillings and some cents. Okay, so the prices remain at that. You see, they have not increased they have not gone beyond the 200 mark. All this means that the government will subsidize the petrol for 7.3 Kenya shillings, diesel for 3.59 Kenya shillings, and kerosene for 5.74 Kenya shillings from today. This is something that comes after the Director General Daniel Kiptoo had written to the Chief Executive Officers of all marketing companies on August 9th, responding to their concerns. They were actually concerned if we have stock that is of lower prices, and then we who are in the ground are selling stock that is of higher prices. How are we going to compete with this? How are we going to be able to sell the product we have? Definitely, if you're in the market and one seller has gotten their product at a lower price and the other one has gotten it at a higher price, most of the times you do not expect that the prices are going to be the same. The one who got it at the lower price may sell it at a lower price compared to the person who got the product at a higher price. So the marketers were also concerned in regard to this. Well, Mr. Kiptoo revealed that the intention to intervene in a bid to ease the burden of the cost of fuels on Kenyans. As we had stated, what the government is actually trying to do is just control how the consumers are being affected by the rise of everything here and there. Let me just quote his words, quotations. The authority notes that volumes in excess of the quantities factored for the July to August pricing cycle may be introduced in the market prior to the next pricing cycle. The oil industry players are concerned that should the state intervene to caution consumers from the high prices being experienced in the international markets in the coming pricing cycle, the cargo introduced prior will suffer cost differences without a clear mechanism of recovery. So prices internationally are increasing, others are lowering, so they are changing. With the prices changing, we already have the product that is already here, right? Meaning that if the other product comes in at maybe, let's say, a lower price than the price that the product that is already in Kenya was gotten, it then means that those with the current product, then they will be affected. It's also like, let's talk of when unga prices, we had shopkeepers who already had a product that they had bought earlier on at higher prices, and then a cheaper product was reintroduced, and with the reintroduction of the cheaper product, it meant that these ones would suffer a loss, or they would be forced to sell at a lower price, or try and do away with the stock that they had already. So in the same case, the marketers were scared of the prices are changing internationally the next month and all, August, September and all, and so new prices will be coming in with the new product. How will the government help in controlling all this, even with them deciding that the prices should not pass the 200 mark? And the director confirmed that the government would introduce a new stock of oil into the market as part of the intervention to caution consumers, but assured the marketing companies that EPRA would verify and recover the volumes. All these volumes, Mr. Kiptoo did not reveal in what quantities, but a CEO of one large oil marketer stated that the government had already introduced lower-priced cargo into the market in the week ended August 12, and this had caused disquiet among players in the industry. Yeah. So if the government is giving some products that are of lower prices and the other people are getting it at a higher prices, you might feel like the government is not playing it fair, or the market is not fair. Let me just quote what this CEO stated. There's been quotations. There's been an extremely high cargo introduced in the market this week. Most oil marketing companies had stopped selling to the resellers, citing the huge price differences. This was very likely to cause a major disruption in the distribution and supply network. The cost of the current cargo goes beyond what EPR provided as the wholesale caps last month, and I can only think that this letter seeks to allay these fears, may be among other things. End of quotations. When we're talking about the government taking a U-turn, it is because this is something that comes barely 3 months after Kenya dropped the subsidy program in line with the conditions of the ongoing financing package with the International Monetary Fund. The Kenya Kwanza government retired the fuel subsidy program on May 14th, increasing the price of a litre of Super Metro by 3.40 Kenya shillings, Kenya shillings, while that of diesel and kerosene increased by 6.40 Kenya shillings and 15.19 respectively. That is 6.40 for diesel, 15.19 for kerosene. The price of fuel was further increased after the state doubled the value added tax to 6.0%, up from 8.0%. That is like double the price. But now imagine they've changed their mind, although they are saying that they're going to regulate the prices and Kenyans will not be affected and everything. Hoping they'll not change their mind on that too. The regulatory body continues to assure the oil marketing firms a lot that everything will be okay. And this means that the government will stand ready to reimburse industry players for the difference in pricing between the cheaper stock introduced and that which will be retailing. The move by the government comes at a time when the Treasury has securitized subsidy RIs owed to all marketing firms through the issuance of a 3-year bond in the fixed income market. Well, with different netizens reacting to all these prices, the subsidy and all, at least many people are not complaining that the prices have increased, because most of the times when the prices increase, the Kenyans who are not also using this thing are almost all Kenyans are actually using it, are affected directly. Well, remember, if it's happening, I know all about it, and if I know all about it, I will tell you all about it. So you can choose to like the video, share it out there, subscribe, tell someone about this channel, and then subscribe for more.